There's something in the air, you know, if the timing's right. I don't know what that means, but sometimes there's just a little space on the shelf.
Eddie Rabbitt, a singer-songwriter who became a country music legend, had a journey to stardom that was anything but typical. Born in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in East Orange, New Jersey, Rabbitt's rise to fame was as much about his perseverance as it was about his talent. His songs, including the hit "I Love a Rainy Night," became anthems for a generation. But Rabbitt's roots in the urban sprawl of New Jersey were far removed from the traditional country music scene, and his story is a testament to the power of determination and the unique fusion of personal identity and musical influence. Eddie Rabbitt's rise to fame wasn't a product of conventional country music beginnings. Instead, it was a mix of raw talent, persistence, and some fortuitous connections, such as his big break with Elvis Presley in 1970. Despite facing the challenge of being from a place far removed from Nashville's country music heartland, Rabbitt became one of the most successful country artists of his time, earning 26 #1 hits on the Billboard country charts and transitioning to mainstream pop stardom in the 1980s. His success story is emblematic of the American dream, where a man's talent and roots in a modest, working-class environment would take him to the pinnacle of country music. This video will explore the life and legacy of Eddie Rabbitt, from his early days in New Jersey to his rise as a country music icon, his top-charting hits, personal struggles, and his lasting influence on the genre. Early life. Eddie Rabbitt's story begins in Brooklyn, New York, on November 27, 1941, before his family moved to East Orange, New Jersey, when he was still a young child. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood, Rabbitt's early exposure to music came from his father, who played the fiddle and accordion. These early years would set the stage for his eventual career in country music, despite the fact that New Jersey was far removed from the rural landscapes traditionally associated with the genre. Like many musicians, Rabbitt found his passion for music at a young age, teaching himself to play the guitar and writing songs as a teenager. His musical influences were diverse, but it was country music that would eventually claim his heart. Still, New Jersey's urban environment and its local music scene influenced his songwriting style, making his sound a hybrid of both city life and country tradition. The path to Nashville, a move toward the dream. By 1968, Eddie, determined to make it in the music business, packed his bags with $1,000 in hand and boarded a Greyhound bus bound for Nashville. He arrived in Music City with no music business contacts, no established reputation, and no guaranteed path to success. His decision to relocate was driven by his belief that Nashville, the epicenter of country music, was the only place where he could achieve his dreams. Breaking into the music scene, Eddie Rabbitt's big break. Eddie Rabbitt's journey to success in the music industry wasn't a simple one, but it was one marked by persistence, hard work, and the right connections. Like many aspiring artists, Rabbitt faced numerous hurdles in his early years. However, a significant breakthrough in 1970 would change the trajectory of his career. That year, one of his songs, "Kentucky Rain," was recorded by none other than Elvis Presley, often called the King of Rock and Roll. This moment was a turning point for Eddie Rabbitt, marking the beginning of his rise as a songwriter in the music world. At the time, Elvis Presley was one of the biggest names in music, and for a young, relatively unknown songwriter like Rabbitt, having one of his songs chosen by Presley was nothing short of a monumental achievement. While he did not have the fame or recognition that Presley commanded, the fact that Elvis recorded a song written by Eddie was a powerful validation of his talent. The connection to Presley not only provided a significant career boost, but also opened doors for Rabbitt to expand his songwriting opportunities. This moment proved that he had the ability to create music that could resonate with one of the most influential figures in the history of popular music. Following this breakthrough, Eddie Rabbitt began to carve a name for himself as a respected songwriter. He wrote songs for several established artists, helping to solidify his reputation in the industry. One of his most notable successes during this period was writing pure love for country music legend Ronnie Milsap. The song became Milsap's first #1 hit, further affirming Rabbitt's skill as a songwriter and his ability to craft songs with universal appeal. Although these early songwriting successes were pivotal, they were just the beginning of what would become a multifaceted career. Despite his success in the songwriting world, Eddie Rabbitt's path to becoming a successful performer was not immediate. It would take a few more years before Rabbitt's voice would be heard on the radio as a solo artist. In 1974, he took a significant step forward when he landed a major recording contract with the Elektra label. This marked the start of his career as a performer, and the same year his debut album, Eddie Rabbitt, was released. While the album didn't become an instant hit, it set the stage for what was to come. 2 years later, in 1976, Eddie Rabbitt scored his first #1 hit as a singer with the release of Drinkin' My Baby, Off My Mind. The song quickly became a fan favorite, showcasing Rabbitt's ability to blend elements of country and pop music. It was a pivotal moment in his career, proving that he could succeed as a solo artist in addition to his success as a songwriter. Rabbitt's rise continued in 1978 with another chart-topping single, You Don't Love Me Anymore, further cementing his status as a rising star in the music world. These early hits helped establish Eddie Rabbitt as a force to be reckoned with in both the country and pop music scenes. His unique ability to fuse different genres, coupled with his heartfelt songwriting, allowed him to gain a wide following. The successes of his first singles and albums marked the beginning of a long and fruitful career that would span decades, during which he would go on to release multiple chart-topping songs and albums, becoming a well-known name in both country and pop circles. Eddie Rabbitt's rise to stardom, crossing over to pop. In the 1980s, Eddie Rabbitt became a dominant figure in country music, carving a unique space for himself with a series of chart-topping hits. His ability to blend country with pop elements allowed him to transcend traditional genre boundaries, making him a household name in both the country and pop music scenes. One of his biggest breakthroughs came in 1980 with the release of songs like I Love a Rainy Night, Drivin' My Life Away, and Every Which Way But Loose. These songs not only earned him widespread acclaim, but also helped define his career in the music industry. I Love a Rainy Night became a defining song for Eddie Rabbitt, reaching #1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and the country charts. Its catchy melody, smooth vocals, and fusion of country and pop made it an instant hit. The song's crossover appeal was undeniable, as it resonated with audiences across multiple genres, showcasing Rabbitt's ability to reach listeners beyond traditional country fans. The track became one of his signature songs and remains a staple in his discography. The success of I Love a Rainy Night solidified Rabbitt as a key player in the country music world and cemented his reputation as an artist with mainstream potential. Alongside I Love a Rainy Night, other hits like Drivin' My Life Away and Every Which Way But Loose further elevated Rabbitt's profile. These songs continued his streak of success, offering catchy, accessible tunes that appealed to both country fans and pop listeners. Rabbitt's ability to blend genres was particularly important during the 1980s, a time when country music was evolving and incorporating more contemporary sounds. His music fit perfectly into this shifting landscape, and his crossover appeal helped him maintain relevance in a competitive music market. Rabbitt's mainstream success wasn't just limited to individual tracks. His career was also marked by his ability to collaborate across genres. In 1982, he teamed up with country music legend Crystal Gayle for the duet You and I. The song became a massive hit, reaching #1 on the country charts. It also showcased Rabbitt's versatility as an artist who could work seamlessly with other musicians, regardless of genre. The duet became one of the most iconic country collaborations of the decade, and further demonstrated Rabbitt's ability to connect with both his peers and fans across musical landscapes. By the mid-1980s, Eddie Rabbitt had firmly established himself as an artist capable of crossing over from country to pop and maintaining a long-lasting presence in both. His string of hits in the early 80s, his successful duets, and his ability to blend genres helped him maintain a prominent place in the music scene. Eddie Rabbitt's rise to stardom in the 1980s exemplified his skill in adapting to changing musical trends while staying true to his roots in country music. Personal life and challenges. Eddie Rabbitt's struggles and resilience. Eddie Rabbitt's personal life, while often overshadowed by his professional success, was marked by profound hardship and loss. Despite achieving widespread acclaim in the music industry, his personal life was far from easy. One of the most heartbreaking moments came in 1985 when Rabbitt's young son, Timothy Edward, tragically passed away at the age of 2. Timothy's death was the result of a liver disease, and it came just 1 month after a failed liver transplant attempt. The loss of his son left an indelible mark on Rabbitt, and the grief he felt was something that he would carry with him for the rest of his life. Timothy's death profoundly impacted Eddie's outlook on life and career. Prior to the tragedy, Rabbitt had been known for his energetic touring schedule and relentless work ethic. However, after losing his son, he began to scale back his professional commitments. The pain of such a personal loss led him to reevaluate his priorities, and he chose to spend more time with his surviving children and focus on his family. This shift in priorities was a testament to the deep bond he shared with his loved ones, and how much his son's death affected him on a personal level. As if the emotional toll of this tragedy was not enough, Eddie Rabbitt would face even more challenges in the years that followed. In the late 1990s, he was diagnosed with lung cancer, a diagnosis that would become a defining chapter in his life. Despite the physical and emotional toll of his illness, Rabbitt refused to let it stop him from pursuing his passion for music. In 1997, just as he was undergoing chemotherapy, he released his 14th studio album, Beaten the Odds. The album's title was a reflection of the difficult battles he was facing in both his personal and professional life. It symbolized his determination to overcome adversity, even as his health continued to decline. Tragically, Eddie Rabbitt's battle with cancer would not end in victory. His health deteriorated, and he passed away in 1998 at the age of 56. His death marked the end of a remarkable career, but his music continues to resonate with fans around the world. Eddie Rabbitt's legacy is not only defined by his chart-topping hits and contributions to the country and pop music scenes, but also by his strength in the face of personal and health struggles. His ability to continue working even as he faced such immense personal tragedy is a testament to his resilience and dedication to his craft. Despite the pain he endured, Eddie Rabbitt's music remains a lasting testament to his talent and the courage he showed in both his professional and personal life. Legacy. Eddie Rabbitt's impact on country music. Eddie Rabbitt's influence on country music is undeniable, and his legacy continues to live on through his timeless music. Known for blending traditional country with pop, rock, and rhythm and blues, Rabbitt played a key role in shaping the evolution of country music. His ability to seamlessly merge genres helped pave the way for the mainstream sound of country music that would dominate the airwaves in the late 1980s and early 1990s. While many country artists in the 1970s and 1980s stuck closely to traditional roots, Rabbitt's innovative sound broadened the genre's appeal and allowed it to reach new audiences. Influence on the genre. Eddie Rabbitt's approach to country music was revolutionary in that he was not afraid to blend different musical styles. His incorporation of pop melodies, rock influences, and even elements of rhythm and blues created a sound that was fresh, accessible, and appealed to a wider audience. Songs like I Love a Rainy Night and Drivin' My Life Away not only topped the country charts but also achieved success on pop charts, showcasing Rabbitt's crossover appeal. His music demonstrated that country could evolve beyond its traditional boundaries and resonate with listeners who may not have typically been country music fans. In the 1980s, country music was undergoing a transformation. The genre was starting to embrace more polished production and a broader array of influences, moving away from the honky-tonk sounds that had previously defined it. Eddie Rabbitt's chart success was an important part of this shift, signaling that country music was open to innovation and could be a mainstream genre that crossed over into the pop charts. His ability to blend genres helped shape the country music landscape, influencing future artists and contributing to the broader popularity of the genre during the 1980s and beyond. Rabbitt's songwriting also played a crucial role in his impact on the genre. Not only did he enjoy success as a performer, but he was also a prolific songwriter, penning hits for other artists. His contributions to the country music catalog were not limited to his own releases. He wrote songs for legendary artists like Ronnie Milsap, including Milsap's first #1 hit, Pure Love. His skill in crafting memorable melodies and poignant lyrics helped elevate country music songwriting standards and solidified his place as one of the genre's greats. The song Jersey Boy. One of Eddie Rabbitt's lesser-known but deeply personal contributions to country music was his 1990 single, Jersey Boy. The song was a heartfelt tribute to his roots in New Jersey, particularly his upbringing in East Orange. Jersey Boy was a departure from the usual country themes focused on rural life, as it highlighted urban landmarks and life in the city. With references to the Palisades, the Pulaski Skyway, and the Hurricane Bar in Newark, the song painted a picture of the urban landscape that shaped Rabbitt's youth. The song's authenticity and reflection of his own life experiences were a testament to Rabbitt's ability to weave personal history into his music. Jersey Boy stood as an ode to his New Jersey roots, and it resonated with listeners who could relate to his upbringing, despite the song's urban setting being quite different from typical country music themes. This track further proved Rabbitt's versatility and showed that he was not just a performer but a true storyteller who could blend his personal narrative with universal appeal. Remembering Eddie Rabbitt. Though Eddie Rabbitt passed away in 1998, his music continues to endure, securing his place in the annals of country music history. With 26 #1 hits, numerous chart successes, and iconic songs like I Love a Rainy Night and Drivin' My Life Away, his contributions to the genre are vast and significant. His music, marked by its crossover appeal and boundary-pushing style, remains a defining part of country music's evolution during the late 20th century. Despite not being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame during his lifetime, Eddie Rabbitt's impact on the genre is indisputable. His ability to seamlessly blend country with pop and rock influences helped broaden the appeal of country music and brought it to a mainstream audience. As both a songwriter and performer, he contributed timeless music that continues to be beloved by fans. His storytelling ability and emotional depth in his songs have made him a lasting figure in the world of country music. Eddie Rabbitt's legacy is secured not only through his music, but also through the influence he had on the genre, ensuring that his place in country music history is forever cemented. Eddie Rabbitt's legacy in country music will never be forgotten, despite the tragic loss of his life at just 56 years old. His unforgettable hits like I Love a Rainy Night and Drivin' My Life Away continue to resonate with fans, showcasing his ability to blend country with pop and rock influences. His personal struggles, including the heartbreaking death of his son and his own battle with cancer, only add to the depth of his story. Eddie's impact on music remains powerful, and his contributions to the genre will forever live on. Rest in peace, Eddie Rabbitt.